Hello guys, so today I absolutely wanted to do a video. Crazy situation this week. My grandmother died and my friend Ron is at hospital in a very bad shape, so I must go to visit him tomorrow. But I wanted absolutely to do this video because I like to do what I promise. So here is what I'm going to do. This thing, it's a kind of planter that I got, I think it was in the 90s, so you see it's a very old object. It was a kind of ceramic blue like that, and rather not porous, very smooth. And I painted above it with some spray paint like years ago in the 90s, and it remained like that, but lately it started being shipped and damaged, and I started thinking that I didn't like to see it that way, even if it's very shabby chic in the style. It's not exactly what I wanted. So I would like to try to do some kind of collage on it, and I will see if it works. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sand it, so it's going to be a little more porous. Just lightly like that, so the glue maybe will stick a little better on it, like that. If you hear some noise, it's my fan on one side. My fan is just behind me, and my dryer on the other side. My dryer is at the front, in front of me. I'm sorry, I have to be multitask and do several things in the same time. So basically like that, also here. You see, not much, but it removes a little, just to allow the glue to stick a little better. And then I remove the dust, of course, because the dust can be a problem to glue something on it. Okay, so what I want to glue is inside. I want to use pages of a book, of an old book, pages like that. I will start with the inside. I will go maybe until here, and once it's dry I will be able to put my hand inside and to continue on the outside. I don't have a lot of time right now, but I will do my best to do the most, and if I don't have enough light today, I will continue tomorrow. The problem is tomorrow I will be at the hospital, or maybe Sunday, I don't know. I will do my best. Okay, so for the glue, I have this, but actually it's not the Mod Podge matte. I put some glossy one with some Elmer that I mixed together. I just kept the pot. There it is. Okay, I'm going to use a brush with bristles like that, because I think that it's very strong to glue. I like to work like that. Okay, so let's start. I will take small pieces, of course. It's easier to glue. Okay, so I will try with that, and if I need more, I will cut more. So we have, oops. Just realized that the camera is not perfectly straight. It was time to realize that. Okay, I must mix, because it's some Elmer with some glossy Mod Podge, as I was saying, and let's see if it glues. Okay, I have to lie down my pot because it's easier, so I will show you once I'm done. I've been doing the inside like that. You must check also that there is no bubbles, so maybe you can go with your fingers. I still have some spot missing exactly at the corner, so I must add some paper there too. For example, here, let me see, it must be big enough to cover the angle. It's nice. And here I will continue with small pieces. It's a little curvy, so it's not obvious, but I will try. As you can see, I glued everything inside. It's not completely dry yet, but it starts drying, and then I will continue with other kinds of papers outside, and I will go a little over the paper to hold it better maybe. We must just be sure that there is no air bubble, which is kind of the case here. If it happens, if there is an air bubble, as I was saying in another video, don't panic, let it dry, and just with a pin make a little hole. All the air is going to go outside, and then add some glue again and press on it so the air will be completely outside. So there is no reason to panic. Anyway, it seems to want to glue. I'm not saying that it's going to stay 200 years, of course, but still it seems sturdy. Of course, at the end I recommend a varnish to protect the paper. Okay, I will start outside to show you. I'm not sure that I will be able to do everything today, but at least I will start so you will see what I'm doing. So I want to try to use this paper, which is actually paper for drawers, you know, to line your drawers. But it was in my drawer, it was a little damaged, it didn't want to stay in place. And I thought, okay, I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to use it in my collage. So always tear the paper, don't cut it with scissors, I'm sorry. Once again, I really need to check the message. That is a friend who lives in Oregon, and he's a very old friend of Ron, and who is very worried, but he lives too far away to go to the hospital. Anyway, okay, let's continue. I'm sorry, I don't mean to drag you down with our problem. Anyway, it's a good news because Ron will be okay, but still it's hard and very worrying. So let's see how this paper behaves. Then my grandmother, who passed away a few days ago, she would have loved doing what I'm doing right now. She was a very handy person and she loved doing stuff. She was almost, in November she would have been 100 years old. So I'm very sad that she passed away, but you know, she was very old, and she wanted to join her husband who passed away a few years ago, and she missed him so much. And that is fantastic because they met each other when they were 14, same thing, when they were 13 years old, and they only knew each other. They have been together always, always. It's incredible, things like that don't happen anymore. For me, it's an example that love exists and that love story like that may happen. Not often, but it happens. I'm just wondering if the paper is not going to be slightly transparent and if we are not going to see through it. But if it's the case, never mind. I can always glue some more paper above. Okay, it's a fragile paper, obviously. You see why I can do the whole thing, because it's very fragile when it's wet. And I will try with this one. So it's a fake money or Chinese money. I like these things, but same thing, I must tear it like that. I don't like when there are straight lines, unless you can hide the straight lines. Careful, because it's not dry here. And maybe I will glue the last piece here, and I will stop because it really needs to dry. Fortunately, it's very hot, so it should dry fast. I could make it standing up to be able to do all the sides in once, but it's better to have it like that, because then I can really push on the paper, you see, to remove all the air bubble. And also the glue is not going to go down. I'm going to let it dry like that. See, the paper is fragile because it's not dry. Okay, so we are on the next day. I'm going to go to the hospital a little later. So I finished yesterday. I finished the inside. It dried, and I discovered that there were some tiny space where some paper was missing, so I added the small pieces where it was missing. As you can see, it becomes fairer by drying, which is normal. I did all the sides here. Oops, there is something here. So I put here like the main motif. I used actually only two kinds of paper, this one, as you know, and this one, as you know. Going to be like that, as you know. But if you look on the other side, there is another print, so I used this side too. So I'm going to turn to show you what I did all along. So we can see a little through the pink and white paper, but not so much. And here we have a motif bigger here, and you see here I put the green one. So it's funny because when I put them, there was no space between them, but by drying it's like if they became tighter, and the red appears a little bit here. So it makes me think of some crackles, and I actually like it, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, and once all the sides were done, I adjusted here with some pink, so little pieces. Oh, it's not completely flat here, in that case you do it like that. So as you can see, what is that? It looks like a crackle. I put some pink all around, going inside. Of course, you don't need to have a harsh straight line, but it must look logical. so it's not exactly at the same place all around, but there is a kind of logic. And underneath I did the same all around here. I was thinking of covering the very bottom, but actually when I looked at it like that, I liked it and I wanted to keep that. So it's not a big deal because we don't see it anyway, but you know, I like that. I don't know, the distressed red, I liked it. I could have covered it because anyway it's very small, so it's very quick to do, but I wanted to keep it. So basically now it's done. It completely changed the planter. So of course I'm not going to use it as a planter because it's some paper, but you can store inside, I don't know, brushes for your hair, for your makeup, or pens, sunglasses, whatever you want. Of course you must avoid anything which involves water. It needs a varnish, so you can put acrylic varnish, or you can use some oil-based varnish like polyurethane, I don't know how we say. You know, the varnish for the furniture which is oil-based, that would work. Just know that for sure it is more waterproof, for sure, it's more sturdy, it's sturdier, but it has a tendency to yellow with time. Acrylic varnishes don't yellow with time, but they are less sturdy and waterproof. I was even thinking using some fondure by the Frères Nordin. Fondure is a product that you put on the furniture to protect the wood, and it's transparent and it's alcohol based, and you have to apply it not with a brush but with mesh. I don't know, I'm going to show you. We are supposed to apply the fondure with something like that. So you see Les Frères Nordin. This is a French brand which makes product for wood, you know. It's supplies for furniture, art objects, leather, floors, wooden floors, of course. So these products are excellent. It would work, a fondure would work on that. The problem is that you can't find the fondure in the US. You can only find it in France or some countries in Europe like Germany, Denmark, United Kingdom, I think, Switzerland probably. But in the US we can't find it, so I was thinking, okay, I'm going to show something that nobody is able to do, because I even checked on Amazon to see if we could find some product by Les Frères Nordin, and no, nothing. Actually not the fondure anyway. Maybe there is something else, but I searched for the fondure and there is not. I have some here coming from France with me, but it's like, I don't know, it's showing you something that you will never be able to do. It has no point. So probably I will use an acrylic varnish, like for example, I have several things. I have this, so same thing, Polyvine. You are not going to find it here because it's British, but it's simply some matte varnish, acrylic varnish. This is it's matte also. This, oh yeah, I pulled that because this is clear gloss glaze for glass, ceramic and tile. I was wondering if I was not going to try that. So it's made by Delta Air Dry Perm Enamel. I don't know if it's going to work on that. Otherwise, I have this also, durable semi-gloss varnish. That would be water cleanup polyurethane. Oh, so that is some polyurethane but water based. That's interesting. I never noticed that. Maybe I will try that. Okay, so it gives you an idea, but any varnish, acrylic varnish that you find, it depends if you like matte, if you like satin, if you like glossy, semi-gloss. whatever you want. You let it dry first really well. I think I'm going still to let it dry at least 24 or 48 hours, so I'm sure that everything is really dry deep inside. But once it's really well dry, I am going to varnish it and I'm going to use it, and I won't have to look at the thing which is kind of damaged. I really like it. I'm very happy with the end result, and I hope that it will encourage you to recycle objects that you have and not to throw them away, and it will avoid you to buy something new. It's relaxing and it will make you spare some money. Okay, I hope you like this video. I see you very soon, and the next one I will maybe go back to Marcolis. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.